Hello friend, in this video I am going to deploy the backends in the render. Okay, so basically this is the project that was given by Varthak Private Limited. So first let me share this project. So then after that I will show you how to render this, how to deploy the assignment in the render. So okay, so I already that means opened the render dashboard so that I can render easily. Okay, so here the assignment is to build a small library app in nodejs express with the Typescript. Okay, and problem statement is that create two APIs that is secure by JWT and protected by roles. Okay, that means we have to build the two endpoint API that were protected by JSON Web Token and also protected by the role. The role, that means suppose the user with the role of creator, then he can create the book. Okay, and suppose and the API should be the /books. So and this should be the one endpoint of API, and it should be the post request of the endpoint. Okay, now second endpoints with the role of viewer, and he can view the books that were created by them, and API should be the /books. It is a viewer, that means it is fetching the data from server, so it should be the get request. Okay, so two endpoint is required. One is for creator and other is for viewer. In the viewer, there is also some condition that suppose a user has the role of view all, then he can able to see the all the book also created by other person and other user, also he will able to see the all the book list available in library system, and the API should be the /books same. That means this API and this API should be the same. Okay, now another condition here is that each user can have multiple roles. So suppose one user has the view all roles, viewer roles, and creator roles. So that user can create the book also, and also view the book, and also view all the books. So this user has all the roles, so he will able to see all the books, and also he will able to create the book. Okay, now next, saw the book that were created in 10 minutes ago and more in the API should be the /books, and we have to pass the query all equal to 1. That means we have to fetch the all the book that are available in library that were created 10 days ago. That 10 minutes ago. Okay, 10 minutes before. Okay, and the API should be the, we need to pass the query equal to 1. The API should be the same, just we need to pass the that means query equal to all equal to 1. Now another endpoints, that means endpoints is same, but we need to pass the query as a new equal to 1. And in this endpoints, we need to fetch the books that were created within 10 minutes. That means these are the book of latest book. Okay, so this is the problem statement. Problem statement is very simple. Only difficult part is that is the Typescript. That means we use the JavaScript for building the backend, and here it is mentioned that Typescript. Okay, Typescript, it is basically advanced version of JavaScript, here we have to use the strict type. Okay, so now come to the problem solution here. So in the problem solution, here we are going to use the Typescript. So first setup is very important. Okay, so first we need to start like a npm init and with the text, that means name of the this, and we can create this index.ts, and this index.ts should be in the home page. Okay, and after that we need to the configuration for, that means deploying this our application or running for this application. So we need to create this ts, that means typescript config.json, and in this json we have to fill all the details. These are the minimum requirement. Okay, so we need to fill this detail like compilation option this, module this, and base url src, out directory dist, and source map true, and no implicate any true. Okay, so these are the now, so these are the requirement for the ts config json. Now come to the package.json. Package.json. So if I here do the npm start, so it execute this ts node index.ts. Okay, so here for the deploying purpose we have to write these in the script section. A start equal to ts node and node ts slash node index.ts. Why index.ts? So this should be the here. Okay, this index.ts I use here. Okay, and also we have to use here also in the main index.ts, and build column, this is tsc. So this is the requirement that we need in the deployment part. Okay, and come to the that means src folder. Src folder, here I did the configuration, that means connection to the database, and these are the controller, that means auth controller and book controller. Okay, and here and this is the middleware for authentication, and this is the model. Now come to the, that means deployment part. Okay, so these are the setup we required. Okay, so if you need this, that means application for you can find this application in my GitHub repo. Okay, so in this project basically I completed all this assignment done. Now let me go to the deployment part. For the deployment purpose, here first we have to log in the render, that means render.com, and after that we have to go to the new, click, and this is the web service. So here we have to create the service. After that, so here we need to the configuration. So if your GitHub repo is not configured, so you can connect here GitHub. Okay, so my GitHub is already connected. So this is my GitHub repo. So if your GitHub is not configured with render, so you can configure from there. Okay, after that you will get the all the, that means repo available in your here. Okay, so this is the repo that I want to deploy. Okay, ticket, this is the ticket booking system, not I want to do that. So this is the this vkt assignment. Okay, I want to deploy this. So first we have to connect this. Now after that, here we need to keep the name of the, okay, so suppose I give the library system, library management. Okay, now here, and this will be, this is the auto, we do not need to change this because this master, that means it is fetched from this your GitHub repo. This is the master branch. Okay, and also here we do not need to fill anything. Now, runtime environment, we are providing the runtime environment node, and here are, and we can use, here I am using npm install for installing our dependency. Okay, and after that, here in the, we have to use the ts node. Okay, why ts node? Because we are executing the Typescript. So for executing the Typescript, we require ts dash node. If we are, that means only using the JavaScript, so only we need the node index. Okay, node index. But here we are going to execute, we are going to deploy the ts, that means Typescript file. So that's why we need to the ts, and here in the JSON we mention ts node. Okay, dot index dot. This is the same script we need to write here. If here write the, that means node index, then in the case of if we are deploying the JavaScript, so here we need to just add node index. Okay, so this is, now come to here. Here we have to create the web service. Okay, and here we have to wait sometimes to deploy the. Now there is an error, please fix. So what is the error? Yeah, so name is in use, so here we need to change the name. Okay, okay. Now our, that means backend is going to execute and it is deploying. Now here we have to set up the, that means environment thing, because this is the environment and we required environment. Okay, these are the environment that we need to set up here in the our environment variable. Okay, and here it is showing that our database is connected and this is running on this local server. Okay, now here deploy, here if I go to this, so here it is build upload in this. Now come to the environment variable, we need to set the environment variable. Okay, so here yeah, starting with this. Okay, here we need to set up the environment variable for connecting smoothly. So here we need to the set, so this is the JWT, and value should be the, what is the value? So value we can, whatever here I put it, so this should be the value in here. Now another variable we required, environment variable, this is the Mongo URL. Okay, this is the Atlas Mongo URL variable. Now here we need to the paste, and the value should be the Mongo URL, which one? This one. Okay, and after that we need to the set the, okay, now we have to go to the again log. So here now we will see. So before that I want to show the how to get the meanwhile I want to show that how to get the Mongo Atlas URL. Okay, so Mongo Atlas URL, for that we need to go to the mongodb.com Atlas. Just we need to write the Mongo Atlas. So we will redirect to the here. Okay. After that we need to the, wait a second. So starting with the, okay. Now our backend is going to deploy, and meanwhile I am going to show you my, that means MVC structure. So in the configuration, I did the database connection. So for that means here we need to require mongoose for connection, and we are requiring the .env for this. That means we want to access process.env mongo URL, and this URL is fetching from the environment variable. So the way of fetching from environment variable process.env and the key value. Okay, and after that I am exporting this variable. So here I am doing the connection. So here did the connection. So we write to the connection, and this connection is importing from this, that means config folder. Okay. Now here this is if this is fine, so it is console database is connected, else it will show me the database is not connected. Okay. Now come to the, that means controller part. This is the model. In this model, that means keep the module create. So first we need to, if you are going to create the module, so we require to import the mongoose. So here I am doing importing, and after that first I created the book schema and book schema, and in this I am providing the structure of, that means document. So title, this is required, and this is the creator ID. Creator ID, that means it is the object ID. It is the object of user ID. So that's why I given the type is equal to mongo dot schema for the building the relationship with the user. Now, okay. So here we need to keep the time first time true, because here we need to fetch the book that were created before 10 minutes and within 10 minutes. So that's why I keep the timestamp on, which is help me fetching the book. Okay. After that, here I am creating the book model, and in this book model we need to pass the database and the book schema. So this one pass, and book, this is the that means collection name of this book, and here I am exporting this book model. Now come to the this model. So here, so this is the user model. Again, we need to require this mongoose, and user schema equal to, I am creating that means field name equal to this a string and password and role. Role in this, we have one user have the multiple role. So we require the array. We require the array. So here, and also suppose user did not provide any, that means role. So the default should be the viewer. Okay. And here the enum, that means enum tell us that that user has the only these roles: creator role, viewer role, and view all. Okay, except these role cannot accept the this role. Okay, so the default should be the creator and this, and default here the viewer in case of user did not provide any role. Okay, so now again I am here, that means creating the module, user module, and I am passing this here data collection name of module, that means user, and I am passing user schema. Okay, now so this is the module that we need. Come to the middleware. In this middleware, okay, so this is the middleware. Now come to the controller part. This is the auth controller. Auth controller, this is the user register controller, and this is the login controller. Okay, and this is the book controller. Book controller here, that means if role is creator, so it will able to create the book. Okay, and this is the, that means fetching the books. Okay, now so this is the, that means we required, and also we do same like the JavaScript. Now come to the deployment part. So our database is connected and our server is running at the local host. So in this way, we can create the API using Typescript, and you can deploy in the render very easily. Okay, just we need to follow these steps so that we will able to. In this here you can see that in the first case it is not connected because we didn't provide the environment variable. That's why it is showing that was time database is not connected. But after providing the environment variable, so database is connected and server is running in the port this is. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this is I want to share with you. So I hope you like. Yeah. Now come to the here. So if you go need to the this, so first we need to the login here. And for login purpose, yeah, so this is all about the project, and I will added the repo link in the description. Thank you.